Start recording in progress. Okay, day 2. This is again going to be very exciting. We're going to be moving very fast today. Again, I'm sorry if I don't get all the information out. I am not going to have enough for you at the end of the 5 days. 5 days is very fast. Anyway, so I'm going to start. First, we're going to start in settings and policies. These are super, super, super important. You have to have them in your store because people need to know what your privacy policy is, what your terms of service is, obviously your shipping policy, how you're going to ship your stuff. If you are like Jim and I sell services, but I also sell my books. So I have some shipping, and then Jim is probably going to sell some swag or something like that. So he will also have shipping information. So if you have a drop shipper, you will have that information here. You'll get it from them. If you do not, I have shipping that you can pinch. Obviously, don't pinch and just copy. Just go in my store, and you'll see I have a whole lot of information here. Or what I do also is I will go to, for instance, if you have like a competition, right? So let's see here. I don't know, Mikasa. I'm just going to. This is the latest ones that I did. Mikasa dinnerware, right? So I'm going to be shipping dinnerware, and I know that Mikasa is a really big store, and they will have all the information that I need. So I will go in here and actually check out what is their, I will not sign up for it, what is their policies in shipping. And then I'll go to somebody else that sells dinnerware. I'll go on the internet and check everybody's shipping and delivery, because literally these guys have the experience, they've listened to their customers, and look here, they're actually doing fixed shipping. And then I will grab this and I actually go to ChatGPT and actually change the information just a little bit, so I have it in my own language. So, and then you are very free to go on my website and get this information. And I actually have some of it as an example. Say, for instance, if you were shipping, so Marilyn's going to ship some handmade stuff. So if you're shipping handmade stuff, it might be the processing time is a little bit longer or shorter. So you'll have to put that, here we go. You have to put that in as well. So this is visible, and I don't think this is actually on my, I will actually put the link in here. I don't think it's actually available on, hang on a sec, in chat. I'll put it in here, and I will make sure that it's in the video as well. So anyways, you can come in here and have a look at this, because this is from my puzzle company lady. And we've been building this up for years and years and years. And so you can literally see all the information that we have and that we developed. And I love what she says here, because she's had these questions, believe me. She said, we are not responsible for delivery times, as we do not drive the mail truck, but we will do everything within our power to assure you for fast delivery. And people are really, we're really upset with her because they didn't get her shipping or the packet faster than what the USPS actually delivered. So this is something you can use, but just grab bits and pieces. So literally go and have a look at your competition, see what they've got on their questions and answers, and then you can actually create your own shipping information. Okay, then now, but let's start from the beginning. So you'll see here is some return policy. So Shopify make it extremely easy for you to add your return policies. It's a general return policy. So I would go in and pick and choose whatever you want. This is actually a very good one. You do not want people to bring back things that have been worn, and people do this, believe me. And it must be an original packaging. So put some restrictions on people actually sending stuff back to you. And as I said, you got to have your email in the section here with the store details, and then in notifications, and then my email won't be in there, Jim. So, but you can also take this out now that I've started it. You can, Jim, you can take it out and so this here, take it out and then put your email in and then recreate the actual template. But I just want to show what it actually looks like. And then here's some literally get in here and take out what you don't need and put in what you need. And then again, what I'll do is I'll go to the competition. I have a look at what questions they have, what answers they have, how they handle their returns. Shopify also have now, you can turn on the return rules. You can turn this on, and then they define the customer request returns. It's an automatic return. I don't really like to activate that. Privacy policy, again, very, very easy. So what Shopify has done is it's given you, and I love the way they've highlighted this now, they've given you some answers to the questions that you need, that you might actually have. So here, I normally add 2023 for this year. You can add a date in there as well. I add the year and then go through again. This is all the stuff you will need, right? Every single thing. And you can see here is something that you might have to add if you are using other services, ad services or something, and here as well. But Shopify literally gives you the answer what to add. A lot of the times you can actually take these things out, like children data and stuff like that. And then they also have, this is the collection of information, especially for Europe and GDPR, but I think that's what it is. Actually, they have it here. International users, your rights and choices. So they're literally giving you everything that you need. Again, take the yellow out if you don't need it, just boom, and that's it. And then also remember where it is green, you can add a toll-free number if you have one. If you don't, just take it out and just add your email in here. Again, Jim, don't add my email, please. I do not want to answer your questions. And then the terms of service, again, boom. You do not need to do anything to this. What I do is I actually check here at the bottom. If you wanted to add your trading name, and you have to do this if you do business in Europe, your trading name, your business address, all this other stuff. If you don't, you can just put your trading name in. I like to put my email in, your address if you can, and all this other stuff goes out, right? So add whatever you need to in here. Again, shipping policy, you have to add your own shipping policy. And then the contact information, you can add, but again, it's really for European Union. It is a full requirement. You have to do that if you do business in Europe, and also put your VAT number in, funny enough. So, and then you just save it, right? So what happens with this information is, I'm going to save it, Jim, and then we can recreate it. What happens with this information? It can automatically be added to your theme. Your theme, if you choose whatever theme, you can choose any free theme or a paid theme. So let's go in here, and then you can look at the bottom, and it hasn't added it yet, right? So some themes, say for instance, I've had a couple of themes that like a parallax that have added the policies already. If you don't have this, then what you have to do is literally go into navigation and add this to your navigation. And we're going to come back to navigation next week once we've set everything up. But I just wanted you to know where we're going to do this. So and now after that, now we're going to go to our products. Now we're going to go get into literally the interesting stuff. If you only have a few products, then it is easy just to add your products one by one in this section here. If you have a lot of products, what I would suggest is put in a test product, right? Put all the information in that you need, your media, put your prices in and everything like that, download it, and then upload your products. If you wanted to migrate your products, hang on, stay, leave, stay, you would import your products like here, and then you import them as a CSV file, which is like a Excel spreadsheet. And this is a sample CSV, so download this, or I would download your first product. But let's add your product quickly. Actually, what is that there? That's new. Find products to sell. Yeah. So we add, obviously you add your product name, you can add your description. Shopify now have something that you can generate your text with. I would not play with this until I've actually got some information in here, and then you can play with it. And look how they've changed this. So, and as you're adding your information in here, let me check out a product here just to show you what I've done. We'll grab this product. So I've added my product information as with different sizes, different size for the font, and I've added I've added quite a lot of descriptions in here. And so you can add a little bit or a lot, but what happens in Shopify in the what is this? In the free theme, you've got to see how it adds the information. So this is actually quite good because it adds your photos far larger, so it doesn't seem like your information just goes along the right side of the page. If you have like a theme as in this here, then you will notice, and this is a different theme, you can see in your online store under themes, the way it shows your products. So when we're going to get into the customize a little bit today as well. So you're going to look at your products, and you can notice that I've got my information down here instead of all the way on the side here. So and that is with a little bit of coding to get it underneath the product information. Or what Shopify have also done is given us opportunities to actually add more information to the page, which I totally believe in. You need to add as much information on the product page as possible. So when somebody comes in here, they go, I want this product because it looks really good. So this is one of my most favorites. Actually, no, those are my most favorite for my blogs. SaleRite, I shop with them a lot because I live on a boat and I sew my own stuff. So if you're looking at the way they have their products, let's see if they actually have information. I'm sure they don't. Information. And again, what I do is I literally look at, oh, they do have a lot of information. I look at my competition and see what have they got on their pages, right? So they've got all their descriptions at the bottom, like they have these tabs. They've got a little video in here. They've got specifications. They've got documents. This is actually a good idea if you are selling something like this that they have. And they've got lots of other, whatever they're called, videos. So for one of my clients, industrial, also, we give the customer as much information as possible so they can buy our products. And that's not always possible, right? So let's go in here, farmhouse brackets, and we'll go into this one. Let's have a look at this one. So again, adding as much information as possible. So she's got her options here, and I'll show you how to add them. And then she's got the information. Why should they buy the product? Here's your product information in a table. And then we've got, you might want to buy these as well. I've got some icons in here. It's made in America. Like Marin says, you've got to really, really push made in America if you're making your stuff in America. Local, especially as Marin says, that if her competition is actually making their stuff in India. So you got to push that as well. I make my stuff here in the USA. And then what I've got, this product details as well, it's got like a little drop down is what they, and I'll show you how to do that in customize. She's got a customer reviews in here, And then we've got some more questions, frequently asked questions. And what I also have on the page, on the product page, is like, who am I? Who are you? Who's selling this stuff? Because you don't want people to go off that product page. They must be on that product page, stay on the product page, get all the information from that product page, and then go and buy the product, right? So, and that's how we get more sales. We've actually developed these pages slowly as we're going along, and we've seen the uptick of sales because we've updated the product pages. And as you can see, these guys, I mean, they have literally how to use the product on the page here as well. They've actually improved these pages since I've looked at them. This is amazing. So give your customers as much information as possible, but make it easy for them to actually skim the information. Like I've made this into a H2, and this is where you get your different sizes from. So use these sizes as you're creating your product pages. Okay, that's enough about it. So here you add your images. You just go straight in, add your images, grab your image, and boom, you add the image in there. Very easy. And so if you wanted to delete it, you just check it and you delete the file, which I will, because this does not belong in here. And then also with Shopify, what we have is we have an editor for your images. So you can literally crop and paste, right? Okay, so say for instance, if I wanted this differently, then you can crop and paste. You can see the size here. Let's reset that. I like my images to be square. Okay, done. Then you can make it smaller. So I would always also suggest, do not have your images over 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, because it makes it really heavy for the page, what they call the DPI. No, the resolution. If it gets too big, like sometimes some people upload images that are like 3,000 by 3,000 or 2,500 pixels by 2,500. It's a really, really big image, which means that it is slows your website down, and you do not want to slow your website down, right? Because you want people not to have a problem on and actually you can draw. Check this out. This I love using this. You can draw on. I don't know why you would draw on the picture, but maybe you want to. Who knows, right? And then reset, done. And then for every single image that you have, I would add an alt text. What is an alt text? It explains what's in this picture or image, right? So this, and I haven't added anything. This is marula oil for skin and hair. And so I do a little bit of a cheat, right? So I add my domain name in here. So, or my business name. So who is this? This is Kalahari Gold, Hari Gold. So what it does is it adds more information to the pages. I'll get you on now. This adds more information to the pages, and it also helps Google to identify you. So I love using this this way. Okay, so save alt text. So for every single image, you need to give it an alt text. I'll normally come back and add this later. So you can add preferably more than 3 images. Add probably 2 to 6 images. They say the more images, the better. And you will notice when you're looking at this little lady, she's got so many images. I mean, she seriously has sometimes too many images, right? But it gives her customers ideas of how to use her products, right? So for instance, Marilyn, you're going to sell these cool clothes. You would have maybe a flap lay, right? To show people, if you're wearing this, then you're going to wear it with this, and show them, show them different ideas of how to actually use the product. And then, okay, so Jim, you had a question? You wanted to tell us something?
Yeah, I guess and what you just brought up added a second question. So my first question was in regards to, because I like in my case, I think we talked a little bit, like I might add a resources page and I want to use affiliate links, or can I, this has become more
Yes,
of a question, can I sell items that are on like Amazon products
yes,
that I don't own? Can I put that on my site? And then that one you just showed,
yes,
uh, can you add video underneath, or does it
yes,
have to be just photo? Okay.
yes. So here is, okay, so here is the opportunities to insert different, obviously these are going to be next to the image, and this is the free theme that does it very oddly. These are all the images underneath in the media section. If you wanted to add a video, you could add it in here, but I would not do that. I would literally add the video in the theme. I didn't change anything here, did I? Oh, yes, I did. Oops. Okay. So in the theme, you can go and then add, and I'll show you just now how you can add your product. In the theme, you can add, oh, that's the gift card. I don't have a gift card in here. This is actually one of my stores, by the way. Okay. So in the theme, you can go in and add a section with a video. That's what I would do. So if you come into the theme on the side here, and we'll go through this a little bit more in detail, you add a section in here. These are all sections that I've added in here. You see this here? This is what they call a collapsible content, so that I could add my question and I can add an icon. I can actually add an icon. This is very cool. That oh, this is very cool. Say for instance, a star, clock, stopwatch. Now I want to add a star, right? So so they can see it's something to look at, or not, or you can do nothing. But it makes it very interesting on the page. So I've added these collapsible as of FAQ on the page. And then you can add here, you can add video, right? So it will actually, if you look in here, you open it up, you can play the video on loop. You can select a video, so you can have a Shopify hosted video. And I think it's only up to 2 megs. I would not have 2 long videos on the product page anyway, or you can upload it from, and this goes throughout the site. You can upload from what's this called, YouTube, or you can also this is video alt text. That's it. So you can add different sections into this. Having a video on your product page is a brilliant idea, because you do really want to show people how to use your product in the video sense. So Jim, what you would do is you would actually create a page. I'm thinking here. You would create a page with your different resources in them, right? So you would create a page. Let me see here. And then add your code. You know, you get the links from equipment. I have equipment in here. I did have a page with stuff in here. Nope. So you would literally add a page. Let me see if I can find something for you that will have that you can add the code in, and then just break it up. Or you would say, for instance, you would do this equipment, just say here equipment, Amazon stuff. And then you would customize your page in here and add different sections. Again, I'll just hide all these, so it's a fresh page. So you would come in here and you can add different HTML or a different page, or oh, you've got a countdown timer, maybe not. Image with text overlay. Let's see here. So you can add all these rich text. You can add all these different things in here. So, and create, I was going to show you image with text. So for instance, you would create image with text, your image that you get from Amazon, and then add the information in here, and then you can add your link in here, and you can add outside links as well. So, and I think that would make the page more interesting than just adding it to the raw page. But you can also do it in here as well, where you're adding your, say for instance, you're adding your image of your product. I'm just going to add random image in here, and then you would let me see, I'll quickly show you some HTML. Wrap the text around, make sure that your image goes to the side and away from the text. And then you would add your text in here. Where's my text? You would say, hello, this is a product. And you can, and again, you know, you can always add, then you add, we are going to be adding an Amazon button and encoding the Amazon button. So just, you know, I believe in creating something different. Amazon, you can literally get the code, open it up and pop the code in. And it shows the image, the descriptions, and a link. So the different ways to actually put Amazon products, affiliate products into your store. Adding the products from here is if you are selling, obviously selling your own products, or if you were selling, here we go, t-shirts. Say for instance, if I'm selling t-shirts, where are my t-shirts? I did have t-shirts in here. Exclusive tools. Oh, here we go. So I am selling these t-shirts. Well, I wasn't actually selling the t-shirts. I was making the t-shirts and then printing them and sending them to my grandkids. But but this is from a drop shipper, right? This is Printful, and Printful actually put all the information in for you. You don't have to do it yourself. So you would log into the website, create your images, not create your images, create your design. They give you the images, they pop the images in here, they add all this cool information, they add your prices and everything, and even down to where they're actually shipping the stuff. Shipping the stuff from. You can't see it in here, but that's what they do. So you don't have to, literally don't have to do anything. I ordered it, I had it sent to me because I wanted to see what the quality was, and that's why I was testing it in my website. So the different ways of actually adding the products in here. If you were, and then let me go to a normal product here. So we have our media, and then you have to put in your prices. Your prices are, obviously, you know what your prices are. If you are selling, say, for instance, a special, and this is really odd the way Shopify does it. If you're going to have something on sale, you'll actually grab this price, pop it in here, and then you'll pop in a different price in here. So that creates your sale price. It really looks a bit about back to front, but this is what it is. And then your price comes up. Let me show you what it does here. Your price comes up as you have to choose it. Your price will come up. Hang on, it should be on sale. There we go. The price comes up with a strike through and your new price and a little sales button, right? So it's really cool to be able to play with these things a little bit. Let's go and put this back to front again. People will think, oh my gosh, she's got a bargain. Okay, and then you can also do this bulk. So if you had a lot of products, I will show you how to do it bulk as well. And then obviously this is also a good, okay, first you're going to charge tax on your products. Sometimes you're not going to charge tax, right? So you just either leave this open, or say, for instance, if it's a digital product, depending on your state, you will probably leave this off. Put in your cost per item. It's always a great idea to see your profit margins, right? Because, you shouldn't go below 30%, I believe. When you're going below 30%, then you're starting to play with your margins, and you can't give discounts. And that's a lot of times when you sell your products, is if we're giving a discount. So I would rather put the prices up and then bring them down to have a sale product. And then you go, I was testing out the Amazon stuff here as well. I was testing out some Amazon stocked items. And then you put in your, let's see here. Okay, this is a clean one. You put in your cost item. You will track your quantities. This is what's the difference here. Right. You will track your quantity. If, for instance, if you have a certain quantity on hand, Marilyn, you will not track your quantity, right? Because you're making it as you're going along. And it doesn't really matter. If you wanted to track your quantity and put in 20, that's fine as well. And then you can also, in the theme section, you can let the system let you know that you want to be warned when you get down to, say, for instance, 5 items. And now you have to go back into that sewing again and get stuff done, right? So you can do both ways. If you're doing a digital product, you don't track quantity because it's digital, right? There's a certain amount you can sell. So the shop location will be popped in here, because remember when we were, oh yes, that's when you are going to allocate your products with a location when we get back to shipping and settings. So and that's automatic as well. I'll show you how that's done. I think either not to Monday, it's probably next week. We're going to do some shipping and because that's also a really big subject I want to talk about, because we're going to do free products and selling a certain amount of products for, say, $75, and you got to buy for $75 and then it's free shipping. So I'll show you different ways of how to create those shipping options. And then this will be added in automatically to whatever location we allocate to the product in shipping. So you can see, I was just playing with this. It's now allocated to Amazon. Amazon does not have my stuff, right? Or I can change it in here and it says multiple locations, because I have allocated any locations in shipping, because it does have multiple locations. I ship from Seabrook, Texas, and I also ship from LA. So I have multiple locations, but I can also allocate the locations in my shipping again. All right, always have a SKU number, right? Because it's a good way to keep track of your products. I know you think, well, I'm only going to have a few products and then I won't have too many products, but get into a good habit now, right? So start thinking of a system of how you're going to track your products. And then again, your barcode depends on, your barcode depends on, are you going to have these products on, for instance, are you going to sell it on Amazon? You have to have a barcode. If you're going to sell it, if you're going to sell products on Google, you might need a barcode. It depends whether it's a custom product. It doesn't need a barcode, which is a UPC, ISBN, that's for books, a GTIN. It depends on where you want to sell your products. So Marilyn, you don't need a barcode because yours are custom made, okay? So, but I would get into a habit of giving yourself a SKU number. You might think of selling it wholesale, right? And then that is also a good way of to keep track of your inventory or whatever you're doing. So again, you're tracking your quantities. Yes. And then you can also continue selling when out of stock. So when you starting to track your quantity, this thing pops up here. So your shop location, you allocate how many products in the shop location. And then you also want to continue when out of stock, because if it's possible, it's not always possible to continue selling. So what happens is on the page, say for instance, if this was a 0, on the page there would be a, okay, let's say, oh, I've got no name on this. On the page there will be this will go away, the add to cart will go away, and then you'll have an email text box, and give us send us your email button. So then it comes to you and you'll know somebody's interested in this. And then also in notifications, you will notice that you have leave page, yes. You will notice in notifications you have out of stock. I think it's out of stock. Here we go. Customer marketing, out of stock notification that will pop back to the customer. Sure, I saw it here somewhere. Yeah. Draft order, editing, somewhere in here. Pending, error, pending, payment reminder. Out of stock. I think it might have to customer information. Return request, sales order. They don't have it in here. I thought they did. It might have to be activated in themes, but I'll have a look and I'll let you guys know. But there is an out of stock email that goes to the customer. All right, I think you have to activate it. So let's go back into here again. And obviously I can't save this because I don't have I'm just going to add a test in here. So let's go back down here. Again, this product has a SKU or a barcode. I see that they've added this extra in. Okay, so you don't have to put a barcode or a SKU in. I would suggest it's a really good habit to get into. You don't need the barcode unless you are selling on other marketplaces. And then it depends, right? If it's a custom product, you don't need to do that. This product requires shipping. Obviously, if you have a digital product, it doesn't require shipping. So then it goes away. If you have a shipping requirement, then put your weight in. And obviously, it is what you are, in which country you're in, you put the denomination in. And then you can also add customs information. So for instance, I am bringing in oils from Namibia, so I will add the country of origin, and then it's got a code that you can add here, and you can actually get the codes in here, and you will have to look into them. So learn more about, and then find the product code, which is in this little goodie here, and it's very interesting to actually find your code. Sometimes it's a good idea to maybe talk to a shipping company, because they know the codes that you will require to put in here. Say for instance, if some of your products are somebody was importing clothes, dresses from, I think was from Asia somewhere. Was not China, but it was from Asia somewhere, and the shipper actually indicated the code that she needed to add, so it reduces the taxes when you are importing stuff, right? So it's a good idea to actually connect with shippers and ask them about it. And then you add this in here if you need to. If you're making stuff here in America, no. Although, so for instance, if you were shipping things overseas, you also need to add your code, your HS code in here, because it's originated from America. You put the HS code in here. And so the cool part with Shopify is they will actually create your customs paperwork as well, if you indicate that in the settings. But it makes it so much easier. So for Invisible, one of my clients, we actually ship internationally, and we have this because we make the products here in America. So now we're coming to the really interesting parts, which is the colors, the material, the style. So if you're looking here, we've got dimensions, we've got quite a lot of dimensions. And then I've got the finishes that she has in here as well. And so for every single product, you can have different options. Obviously none in here. Who else can I pop in? So, oh yeah, I think I've got some options in here. No options. So you can add your own options as well. So for instance, if you don't have these options, like I had in industrial, you will add your options. What did I say? Finishes, right? Finishes. And here's a tip. Oh, I don't know why it's not finishes. Hello. Just finishes. And then you start adding your values, right? Your option values. So again, you know, Shopify have do a little bit different to everybody else. So we call it the variant, but in the variant, you have option names and you've got option values. So the values will be, what did we have there? We had gold, finish, and so that's only one. So you can go back in again, you add another value, which was copper, say for instance, I'm just adding them in here. And then the one is raw steel. And so once you're done, this is it, it's finished. So for instance, if you wanted to come and change it, you just take it out. Or say for instance, if you had sizes, right, you have your size. I always say choose a size, you know, to make it very clear to your customer of what you want them to do. Or you can just say size. I prefer to say choose a size. So if you had small, medium, and large, for instance, or you can just do it the normal S, M, and L, and done again, right? But what if you actually put in, you wanted the large first, you wanted the medium second, so you can actually move these around. And then once you're done, you can also move, add another option, say we're going to do a color, and we're going to do a black and a blue, and you're done, right? You have these now. So this is going to pitch up on the page in this following. So if you wanted to change it again, you just grab it and move it, right? So it's very easy to actually maneuver stuff in the product page. So as you can see here, now it's added all my products in here. And because I didn't have a price at the top here, it didn't give me a price here. If I had a price, let's just delete this and then start from scratch so I can show you. If I had a price in here, say for instance, I'm going to charge $100 for this, and the weight is 2 ounces, 2 pounds, right? And then so when I'm adding an option, say size, medium, I've got to add it in, large, and see what it does here. Done. So now I've got my prices, but you know, mostly if you're selling clothes, your prices are different. But so you can come in here and actually change your pricing to whatever you want. You can change the availability. Let me see what else is in your SKU, your barcode, and you can also edit it per variant to add more information. Plus, if we click in here, it will literally open, will it open the page? It should, because I want it to open, hang on. So you can have different actions in here, edit the location and everything. But I mean, that's, oh, there's something more important as well. So now we're getting onto the status of your product. So you can have your products as draft or active. So I am adding different types of product in here, and you can see some of them are draft, some of them are active. So if they're active, then they're on the page. If they're in draft, they are not on your website. So you have to make them active so they can show on the website. So when they're active, this is where you control it. And then the next thing is the publishing part. Your products have to be on your online store. Otherwise, they will not show. Doesn't matter what you do with it. So they're going to be on your online store. Let's have a look here. This one is active. Let's see here. It is on my online store. and it goes automatically. I don't really want it on point of sale, so I can take it out. And you can see I have my Pinterest, my Facebook, Instagram, I've got all these other Google, I've got it really active on all my sales channels. And we will be talking about sales channels as well a little bit, on how you're going to add them. And then also what you can do is you can literally say, this is active, but I only want it to be active on the 8th of September. So you can schedule your products going online as well. I've never done that, but you could do it, which is really interesting. And then insights, you can actually see on the insights if you've sold the product, how many you've sold. Shopify will show it to you here. And then, okay, product categories. This is also very important. So in every single product that you have to add your product categories, because this is the way they're going to be taxed. And so sometimes in a state, different products are taxed differently. So, and this part as well is something that will, Amazon is different, but on Google, it will also be under the same section. So this tax rate, you can see here, and you can see, and I actually literally have a spreadsheet for you that I'm going to share as well. So you can do it very easily. And I should have had it up. I've been very busy this morning. Okay. Taxonomy is what they call a taxonomy. And Google uses that as well. So this is what it looks like. So your product has to be under a certain category, and then a subcategory, and another subcategory, and another subcategory. So you look for these things. And I always say you have control find, or whatever it is, control find, command find, and then you add in here, say for instance, what am I selling? I'm selling oils, right? So you can see it's cooking oil, and I've got 106 of these sections that are going to add up. So you got to literally look through these and see which one will suit your product. My problem with some of the products is that it's not an exact science. It's not going to say, well, this is a lotion and moisturizer, and this is actually an oil. It won't go to that nitty-gritty detail. So you just got to put the best that you can in here. So it starts from skincare, and you can see all the different things in here, and then just add whatever you need. So you can go just from this option. You can literally see, let's add a new one. Suggestion. Oh, yes. And so what it also does, Shopify will give you suggestions. So you either accept it or not. So this is a suggestion I agree with. And I don't have an example. I don't think I've got an example where you can actually see the suggestions. Hang on, because I've accepted them all. Let's see what it says in here. So I'm showing you a little bit here, product categories. You can see here. So you can actually see in the product categories, sometimes it's blue, it's purple like this, and it gives you a suggestion. This is definitely not clothing. So it's a little bit confused. And this is services. Obviously, there's no services because it's and I'll call it advertising and marketing or something. Yeah, so it shows me I can use it under advertising and marketing. This is how you can find out what your categories are. Let me go out of here. I don't want to open that up. And so add this in, because Shopify will give you a suggestion. You've got to accept it so that it can be, say for instance, in Google, it can go into the right category. So if you're looking on Amazon, you will see that the products go into certain types of categories, like here at the top, departments. So Amazon calls them departments. So you want your product to be in the right department. So when people are searching for it, they will find your product. So this is important. This is part of your keyword structure. Then the product type is, and we're going to go into collections as well. What department do you want your product to be in? And let me show you one of my clients. It's a Bitsy. This is really, it's a bit cheap. Cheap. It was really difficult doing the Itsy Bitsy boutique because she has got so many products, right? So what we did again is we went to the competition, which Gap sells the same products. And we looked at Gap and we said, okay, so how are they, what types are they using? And the type is this top menu that you will have on your a menu on your page, right? So that's your product type, So you got to think of how am I going to separate my products into drop-down menus, right? Into menus. And what is the type? Is it let me see here. You see here again. Oh, she hasn't got a picture in here. Baby girl, baby accessory. And these are also, this is not the type. We're going to add these to the tag. So what I do with clients is I literally create so if you have a lot of products, what I would create is a collections. Let me see if I can find it. A collection. Here we go. A collection spreadsheet. So again, with this customer has lots of products. Can you imagine trying to get this right? Okay, so you can see here, I've got interior, exterior, I've got kitchens, outdoor, shopper room, living, bathroom. Again, I went to the competition and I looked at what are they doing. But I created this spreadsheet and it's like a menu. And then I've said, okay, if it's interiors, is it going to be the type? Is it the top part of the menu? Then I'm going to create it as the type. Is it just a sub menu? Then it's not the type. So let me go into one other. It's about homewares. And I'll show you the type that we created for this little lady's here. Products. And you can see the type here. We'll be actually creating the collections as the type. See, home and garden, decor, kitchen utensils. And so you can literally divide your products in different types. And we started this way, set out, for instance, if you were doing clothes, and just because Marilyn is doing clothes, then you would go, what are this? Just women's clothes, right? Women's main thing is women, and then are there dresses, right? Is there pants? Are there skirts, right? So you would literally divide every single product down from your main type into your sections, right? And I hope that makes sense because it's really difficult just to do it on a general thing. But the way I see it is look at what we have here, because this is going to be the type. This is going to be hooks and racks. That's the type. But we can also have this as coat racks, right? That's also a type. Or we can also have it as a towel and bars and holders type. So, but again, I would literally create this from a spreadsheet and start setting out whatever you're going to sell as the different types. Okay. And you can ask questions on Saturday. We can do a couple of examples of your type of products that you're going to have, and it'll make a lot of sense. And then what I do as well is we're going to be talking about the tags. So if this is the main type, then interiors, and its interior is kitchens is the type, then I'm going to put the tags as kitchen, what's in the kitchen? Jars, right? That's a tag. And then whatever is in the kitchen is part of the collection of what you have in the kitchen is going to be the jars, the cutlery, your dinnerware. Actually, that should be a type, right? But And then we're going to come to the collections. Now, this is going to be really confusing. Anyway, so you have your type, right? And then you have your vendor. Again, if you are selling different people's stuff, right? And you are not maybe white labeling, and you want people to know that that you are selling the stuff. Say, for instance, in the Itsy Bitsy Boutique, she sells, people actually search for her products by brand name. So for her, it is very, very important to have the brand names on her website, because this is what gets her onto Google, right? The brand name. So if that's not happening, like industrial, she sells decor, but she sells it from other wholesalers under her name, right? So whatever you're going to put in there, whether it's you as the brand name or somebody that you are buying your products from. Phew, I'm already in an hour here. Collections, and we'll talk about collections. You don't add them yet. You'll add them when we do the collections. And then this is just the template. And this you can allocate. It can be a normal, just a straight product page, which is just a default product page. But because I've added details into this product page under customization, I created a distinct page just for this type of product, right? Okay. And so, for instance, if you're looking here, I created pages just for brackets, right? All the brackets have the same product page because they answer all the same questions. And then, say, for instance, and I'll show you this here. So this description is always different. And this is different. This is under the descriptions per product. But this is always the same. This is the same. The FAQs is the same. So I create a distinct product page in customization just for the supports. Under the hooks and racks, what I did is I created a coat racks page just for the coat racks, because they have different types of information again, right? So that is how to make your page look a little bit different to just the ho hum drum all the only the same things. I actually don't have FAQs on this page. I haven't developed it yet. Let me see if I've got any ladder stuff. Towel, bars, and holders. So we are still, again, this is an ongoing project. I'm always trying to improve my pages all the time, because Google loves me fiddling on these pages. You see, I haven't added too much on this page yet. I have to add some more FAQs. And this is what we're developing. Each different type of product has its own page, so I can add some really cool information to them. All right, so that's it. I think that's it. So let's quickly, I'm going to go a little bit over the time today as well again, because I want to quickly show you the collections. So as you know, we have the type of product in here, because that's going to be one of our collections. Oh, it's not. So I've got 3 products, right? So I've put them all under the Marula Virgin Oil, but I also have wholesale products. So you can create as many and as diverse collections as you want to. So if you're looking at this little, and this is the same as industrial, we create kitchens, kitchen and dining, eating drink serveware, wooden wares, vases and pots. So for each collection, there is, for each different type of product, we have a collection. And if I show you the website, you can see a home and decor, we've got kitchens, we've got woodenwares, we've got about us. These are all pages. So under home decor, I have got for the table, for the wall, floor accents and tables, lantern and candle holders, right? So these are different collections because we've got more than one product in the collection, right? So if you only have one product, you would only have that product in here. It would not be a collection. It would go straight to the collection page. So we would come in here and create a collection. So you can also have a manual and an automated collection. If you were selling a lot of products like these ladies are selling and always adding more products, these collections are automatic. Let me see if they're automatic. Yes, they are, right? So they're automatic collections. They are not just manual collections. If you were only selling a few products like I have here, no, I also made it automatic just in case I sell more products in this store, right? But I also have these are also you can also have a manual collection where you're only adding your own products at a time. Unfortunately, these guys had manual because they didn't know about the automatic collection, so we have to change all their collections. But they add the products one at a time into this collection. As you can see, there's a lot, and they're creating products all the time. They're creating new products. So to have an automated collection makes it very, very easy for you to make sure that your products automatically get sucked into the collection. And how does it happen? So let's go back to the products again. Now we're talking about tags, right? So we have the type, we have, let's go into this product here. We have, actually, don't like lots of space in here. And let's see. So we have the type. You see, they have the type in here that they created. And I like everything capitalized to make it look neat. And then you have the tags. So these tags pull the products into all these different automatic collections. As you can see, if I have a tag for wooden wares, it pops it into here. I have a tag for kitchen, it pops it into here. I have a tag, I don't know why they have a tag for eat in here. Oh, eat. No, there has to have a tag for eat. Oops, I better not change things. So it goes into the eat, drink, and serve. And then I have a tag for drink. It goes into this one as well. So what I told them is make sure that you have the tag that you wanted to go into, because in the future, they might split this collection up into 3 different collections, right? So you got to be a little bit forward thinking. And again, if you had a spreadsheet, it will, and actually these are their collections. This is how we set it out to create menus. If you had these collections, then you know, okay, I need to add lanterns as a lanterns as a tag. I need to add gardens as a tag here. I need to add plant holders as a tag, because there might be other types of holders, right? So you got to really be forward thinking, and how am I going to identify? And it has to have one identification, right? So every product can have different tags, because they can be pulled into different collections, because you want your customer to be able to come in here and go, okay, I want in kitchens, but really I want some woodenware as well. But I can also pull the woodenware into the kitchen collection, which I don't think they did. Oh, yes, they did. You see, because it's part of the kitchen collection. So you can have products in different collections on your product page, because it gets back to when your customer is looking for stuff for kitchens, you want everything you have for kitchens in that collection. So again, you have, and again, go and have a look at the competition and see how they have created their collections. And you know that this marine fabric could be under, let's see here, RV and auto usage, right? It could be under, let's see here, outdoor uses, because it's a marine, it's outdoors. So this material can be in the various collections as well. Go and have a look at your competition, see how they put it out, create a spreadsheet and start thinking about, I am going to have these products and how am I going to actually use them? And then Jim has a really a challenge, because we have to literally think a little bit outside the box of how we're going to put his products in his website, because he wants to, he's a Amazon live producer, and he does Amazon lives. So he has got different requirements, but he's got, obviously he's got courses and services and everything, but he's also going to be selling products that he promotes on Amazon in his website. So he can get those Amazon affiliate fees, right? And you can do that as well. I'm going to show you, when we're talking about blogs, on how to maximize your blogs with affiliate fees, affiliate links from Amazon. But it is all, again, making it as possible for customers to actually buy your products. So, and let me get back to these guys. I love these guys. They have come such a long way. They've improved their site over the years so much. So they have all the hobbies and everything. And you know that they're selling all these products, right? This is one of their blogs. One of the things is, if once you start, oh, this is a very nice thing. Once you start blogging and you start creating stuff, you can have your material list, and your material list can literally be linked to an Amazon affiliate account where you don't earn a fortune. I think I made $5 a month with my affiliate fees that I have in my book. But you know, you can add these affiliate links in your blog or on your pages for people when they're reading your blog and they go, okay, I want to make this, but I want all the, I've got to now copy this, go and look for it and see where it is. What they should have done is they should have linked this either back to their website or to somewhere else where people can actually buy this. So for and I think we actually do have a blog here that we are starting. So I created this, is it on here? A man cave, a man cave. And then, so let me see if I actually linked it. I don't think I did. So I created this whole man cave, how to create a man cave blog. And then, I mean, I'm diversifying here a little bit, but here I actually adding a list of material. So what I should have done is added those links to another website where I can earn some commission or whatever, and then monetize my blog. But also, if you were selling this, in your blog, you can actually create a link back to your product page, and I'll show you how to do that as well. It's all very, very interesting. So I hope this helped a little bit with the collections. As I said, Jim will have a little bit of a challenge on how we're going to create his collections. But he was also going to be selling swag, so that you can create the collections according to, you know, women's t-shirts and men's t-shirts and all sorts of stuff to actually sell swag with. Voice your why, voice. Okay, so we have the same thing in this. Let me show you voiceyourvibe.com, I think. And we're selling swag. This is main website. He's selling swag in his Shopify website like that, right? And this is all created by I think it's Printful. Has all the measurements, actually has the size guide, which is really cool. And then you can add this in as well. All right, guys, this is it for today. Tomorrow, I have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow, but I did make a list of what we're going to be dealing with tomorrow is pages and customization. So I'm going to be creating pages like your about page, your contact page, your FAQ pages and that. And I'm also going to show you how we're going to actually handle Jim's situation with Amazon in creating an affiliate page where people can go and buy the stuff on Amazon. So it'll be a little bit of a different challenge, but this is going to be very cool. And then I'm going to show you more in customization on how to create different types of pages, different types of product pages, and how I did it here in customization. And we're also going to obviously create your homepage, right? Because that's very important. Okay, thank you guys. I hope this helped a lot. Do you have any questions, by the way? I'm going to